my Girl Scouts. I'm so excited to bring this video to you. My name is Sara Brouillard and I am a longtime Girl Scout and love Girl Scouting and excited that Girl Scouts is able to provide this. I grew up in Girl Scouts. My grandmother was a Girl Scout, my mom's a Girl Scout, and all my sisters, and we continue to just love the Girl Scouts. So, I was supposed to also tell you my favorite Girl Scout cookie growing up was tag-alongs, and I still love the tag-along, but I love trying new things. So I love when there's something a little different that I can try out. I'm a change person. I like change. So I'm here today to bring you a yoga flow, and I hope you'll enjoy. I've been teaching yoga for several years now, and if you want to find out more information about my yoga, you can follow me on Instagram, or your parents can follow me on Instagram at Morning Brou, and that's morning and then brew, B-R-O-U, for my last name, Brouillard. So today we're gonna do a flow that I thought was completely appropriate for Girl Scouts. So start off, if you have a mat, great. If you don't have a mat, don't worry about it. You don't necessarily need one. Just a space where you might be able to find some traction. So not a wood floor. You might need a towel if you have if you're on a wood floor. But just some other space that you can find where your feet, when you press them against the ground, that they don't slide out underneath you, but they stick. All right? So once you get your mat or your space established, I want you to come into a seated position, get nice and tall, pull your shoulders back and down. And we're gonna start off with a little breath intention. So maybe close your eyes and just feel your breath. So notice when you breathe in and when you breathe out. Don't change it. Don't try to make it big or really small. Just let it be what it is. And once you listen to that for just a minute, try to be quiet so you can really listen to it. Now I want you to start to control it. So what I want you to do is bring your hands out at your sides, kind of hovering over the ground, and turn the palms over so that they're facing upward. Then you're gonna take a nice big breath in through your nose, all the way up to the top, and then turn those palms and exhale. Push the breath out of your mouth. Turn the palms up. And breathe out. So you might notice that your breath is already full before you even get this far. So you might have to quicken your pace. And then I want you to see if you can slow your breath. So pay attention, see if you can keep breathing in all the way up to the top. Good. 2 more times. Excellent. This is called rainbow breath, and it's an energizing breath. So this is a great one to do in the morning if you get up and sit up in bed and just do a few rainbow breaths. You'll feel all of a sudden all this energy rather than feeling super tired and sluggish. So it's a good one to start off with. So now that we've done our warm-up breath, we're gonna do some warm-up movements, and we're gonna start off with the sun dance, which is my favorite. So, and it's a pretty basic flow to do during a yoga flow. So we're gonna come up to the top of your mat. Your toes are touching, heels slightly apart, get nice and tall, pull the shoulders back, open up, raise the hands up high. Breathe in, breathe out, and fold over your legs. So this is forward fold. Then I want you to take your hands, plant them on the ground, and we're gonna jump back like a frog. So we're just gonna go get really deep in the knees and then hop it back. Can you do that? If that is too much for you, then all you have to do is step back like a frog. So we get really deep in the knees like you're in a frog, and then you just step, step. Now you're in a high plank, so you're up high, and you're gonna lower down all the way to the mat. And then you're gonna look to the sun. So you'll turn your toes pointed, and then you're gonna push up with your hands all the way till they're straight and look up to the sun. Good. Now tuck those toes, and you're gonna push back into down dog. And I feel like everybody knows down dog, but if you don't know down dog, your heels are towards the ground, your hands strong on the ground. So the thing to note here is you're gonna lift your hips, but you're going to you're probably maybe have your heels up off the ground because you can't bring them all the way down, that's fine. But what I want you to do is not be up on your tiptoes, like trying to push forward, but really try to pull those heels back and down. Good. Now we're gonna get a little bend in our knees and do that same frog jump to the top of our mat. So get nice and deep, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, hop up. Or again, if that's too much for you, you come into that and you step, step. And fold back over. Let your head dangle down. And then inhale, raise up. Look up to the sky. Bring your hands down, mountain pose. Good job. So that is the sun dance. So let's do it again. We're gonna flow it out and just take nice long breaths as you do each movement. So here we go. Inhale, come up nice and tall. Reach for the stars and fold over to touch, maybe even tickle your toes. Bend your knees, get into that frog, jump back like a frog or step. Lower down to the mat. Look up to the sun, push those hands all the way through. Then push into down dog. Pause here in your down dog and take a nice big breath. Good, now bend your knees and hop or step back to your hands. Straighten the legs, tickle the toes, raise up to the sky, and mountain pose. Good job. So the wonderful thing about yoga is you can make it as long or as short as you want. So if you really like that, you can pause or rewind and do that again. And you can do as many sun dances as you want. They're so fun. And you can even add some music. If you look up sun dance, there's actually some songs that you should be able to find on Spotify that kind of walk you through, and they're really, really fun. So for our main practice, so that's really our warm-up, we're going to do, I think, a really great Girl Scout warrior pose, because I think Girl Scouts are warriors for sure. So we're gonna start up at the top of our mat, and we're gonna start with kind of that sun dance flow. So here we go. We're gonna raise our hands up, and then we fold over, tickle our toes, then bend into that frog position, jump it back. Lower down all the way. Look to the sun. And down dog. Now from this down dog, I want you to pick a leg. So I'm gonna start with my left leg. So we're gonna raise our left leg high. Really tall. This is called three-legged dog. Maybe even give out a dog bark here. And then sweep that leg all the way to your hands. And now you're in a lunge. And you're gonna take that back foot and blade it out to the side. Keep facing forward and we're gonna raise up warrior one. So in our warrior one, this position is all about bravery. We're looking forward. We are ready for the day. And that's my Girl Scout, that's the Girl Scout way. We are brave. So when you get here, I want you to say, I am brave. Good. Now, we're gonna open up our hips, turn to the side, and pull our arms down and say, I am strong. Pull those muscles out, yeah. Good, now really open them up. Then we're gonna take this back hand, so along this straight leg, bring it down, raise the other hand high. This is called reverse warrior. And we're gonna say, I am peaceful. Good. And then we're gonna turn our hips back forward and we're going into a warrior three, which is a balance pose. So you have a couple of options here, depending on how good your balance is. So I'm gonna show you the full expression of it and also a modified version. So we're gonna push our hands forward, jump off of this back foot, and come into warrior three, and we say, I am a Girl Scout. But if that's not in your practice, and you can't get up there, I want you to just simply bring that toe down and you still have that beautiful, I am a Girl Scout. Then we bring that foot down, bladed, come back up high into our warrior one, and we melt down, and we're gonna go to the other side. So we step back, we're in a high plank, we're gonna lower down, look to the sun, down dog. Take a breath here in down dog if that was a lot for you. You can also come down into child's pose if you need a little bit of a break. We're gonna take 3 breaths here. All right, here we go. Right leg or the opposite leg, whichever one you didn't do, lift it high. Sweep it through to your hands, blade that back foot, and rise up. Get ready to say the phrase, I am brave. Open up, I am strong. Reverse it, I am peaceful. Pull forward, I am a Girl Scout. Or bring that foot down. And come back to your warrior one. Melt it down. Step it back. Lower down. Up dog or look to the sun. And down dog. All right, bring your knees down. Come into child's pose for just a moment. Good. We're gonna do that one more time, just so that you can get it really set in your brain, so you can do it on your own whenever you want. So here we go. Press those hands down, push back into that down dog. Left leg, kick it high. Sweep it to your hands, raise up. I am brave. I am strong. I am peaceful. I am a Girl Scout. Bring it down. Come up nice and high. Bring those hands down, step it back. Lower down. Look to the sun. Down dog. We're going straight into the other side. Take a nice big breath, and here we go. Right leg, kick it high. Sweep it to your hands, blade the back foot, raise up. I am brave. I am strong. I am peaceful. I'm not as good on this leg, so I'm gonna do the modified version. I am a Girl Scout. Bring that back foot down, raise up, melt down, step it back. come to the mat, look up to the sun, down dog, and walk your feet to your hands and come in, bring your hips down and come into a seated position. Turn towards you. Good job. So take a breath, come back to your breath, and we're actually going to cool our bodies down now. And we're gonna do that with laying down on our mat. So turn this way, and I'm going to bring my knees up and just roll down to my mat. Now, take my knees and I'm gonna pull them in really nice and tight. Even bring my head up, get all scrunched up. And then take my hands and extend my arms, extend my feet, stretch them out, maybe wiggle my fingers, get to as long as I can be. Take a breath in, and then exhale, come back to that squeeze position. Inhale, expand out, and squeeze it in. Now this time, take your knees and separate them, and we're gonna go into a position called happy baby. It's a really just feel good position. So you're gonna take your knees out wide, lift up your feet, and see if you can grab your toes. If you can't grab your toes, grab your ankles or shins. Bring your elbows on the inside, and you're gonna bring your legs out. I don't know if you can see me, but mine nice and wide. And you can stay here, just still in a happy baby, or even better, rock it side to side, just like you were a baby in a crib. Just happy, hanging out in your crib. Maybe even move your legs kind of funky like you would if you were a happy baby. Because you are a happy baby, you're in that position. And then release. Good job. Now take those knees, take your arms out to a T. Bring your knees back tucked in, but not super tight, just a little bit. And I want you to take them to the right and just let them fall to the right side. And take your head and face it to the left. Breathe in, just let this pull all along here. Should feel good. Come back to center and head to the other side. So let them fall to the left, take your gaze to the right. Then come back to center, maybe do one last tuck, maybe even roll your knees around, creating a figure 8, or rock back and forth to rock your back out, whatever feels good. And then I want you to just come and bring your whole body to the mat. Take a big breath out. And you can either stay on your back, or if you want to go on your stomach, if that feels better, you're welcome to go on your stomach. And then take your hand, if you're on your back, I want you to take your hands on your heart and on your belly. Close your eyes. And just breathe in and out. This is our rest time. This is a time to release. So I want you to think about quieting your mind, not thinking about too much. Slowing down your breath. And then stilling or silencing your body. So make sure, just don't let anything make it your toes wiggle or movement. Just come into a complete stillness other than your breathing. Stay there. I know it's tempting to start moving around. Just got a little bit more. All right, now I want you to take your fingers and start to move them around. Take your toes and your wrists, maybe roll them around. And then take your elbows across your body and give yourself a little hug. And then take your arms up overhead and get as long as you possibly can. So point those toes, stretch out those fingers, and then bend your knees, and you're gonna roll to the side. Almost like you're just like resting on your bed, on your side. And then come up into a seated position. Maybe when you get up here, you're feeling good, you wanna do some more rainbow breaths. Or maybe you just sit and enjoy. I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll watch it again and get really good at doing the sun dance and these yoga moves. They're so good for your body and your mind. If you want to know more, you can look up more information on the Girl Scout website, or you're also welcome to check me out on Instagram and YouTube. You can get to my YouTube channels through my Instagram profile, Morning Brou, Morning B-R-O-U. I hope you have a great day and enjoy this summer.